That was it. And the next season, that's I said, man, I remember we let go of Jared Jeffries and replaced him with, as y'all remember, Deshaun Stevenson, and added y'all remember Darius Ngala, if y'all remember him, the way he didn't get power forward or small forward, whatever. He didn't play a lot the first couple months of the season. He had a back injury like that. But the next season, I remember players could have goals say, we're going to win a championship. We're going to championship. We're going to not gonna win, but compete for a championship. And I stuck with them. I said, championship, championship, championship. Then we had a slow start. We couldn't win a game on the road. We were inconsistent. But when December came, that's when we turned around. And we all know the game when Gilbert had the best game of his career, dropping 60 points against the Lakers. 60 freaking points against Kobe Bryant. I would have never in my lifetime seen a player drop 60. I knew Gilbert would get 50, but I didn't think 60. I'm like, whoa. Then a night later, he had a 54-point night against Phoenix against Steve Nash, which I remember. I was like, this dude is something else. Like, this guy's unreal. He was scoring like none other. Like, each year his scoring gets better and better and better. And I was raving about him when I was a freshman in high school back then, all year long. Just raving about him just every freaking day. Now, I do remember when All-Star starters was about to come out, I'm like, is he going to be a starter? He's already going to come to the bench. Because down to him, if I remember Vince Carter. Because remember when Iverson moved to the West, that's because Iverson got all the votes in the East, him and Vince. When I found out he was a starter, I'm like, whoa. Like, he came back on it. I'm like, how? I'm like, wow. But that year, Gilbert was hitting big shots, game winner. I was like, this guy's clutch. Like, he is unreal. Because he didn't do that during the top 6 season. He had game in free throws, but not game winning shots. When we came to start an All-Star game, I said, get the MVP. Get the MVP. Which it didn't happen. He said, screw that. Like, because the West was blowing the East out. Because he was focused on the second part of the season. Which, of course, was a disaster. I remember I said, if we get players healthy back, we're going to make a run for home court advantage, get the number 1 seed. But I do remember Kron, he missed a couple weeks. I can't remember what injury it was. He had to miss some games, and we struggled without him. When he came back, the big three was back intact. But then days later, Butler went down, broke his hand, which was like, oh no, this can't be real. This can't be real. Then the following day, not the following day, I think 3 days later, then the bad news happened when Gilbert tore his meniscus. I found out when I was again, I was like, oh, he's alright. But a day later, her meniscus tear, I'm like, this can't be happening. I'm like, dude, like season was ruined. But at least we still made the playoffs though. But we got bounced by the Cavaliers again. LeBron James and the boys in a sweep, which I knew we had no chance because we had no Gilbert and Karan. So that was it. The next season, we were basically the same squad from 2007, with Gilbert being back, Karan's back, and the whole crew. And during the year, we started slugging. We were 0-5, something like that, 0-6, something like that. Then we won the next 5-6 games. But after that, we were training them. I do remember when Gil had to miss next 3-4 months of the season, or most of the season, whatever. And I'm like, dude, not again. Like, this can't be over. But that season, the Wizards surprised me. Like, everyone stepped up and played a big role for the team when Gil was down. Like, Antonio Daniels was the full-time starter. Sean Stevens had a career year. Crumble was an all-around player. Jameson did what he does. Hayward had a career year, even making his free throws. I'm like, wow. If I remember, what's his face? Roger Mason Jr., if I remember him, Roger Mason. And Darius Ngala, Andre Bloch was stepping up. And remember our rookie, Nick Young. Y'all remember Nick Young. He was a rookie back then. And y'all remember his friend from the Wizards, Dominic McGuire. Y'all remember him? So everyone played a huge part when Gilbert was out from games. And I'm thinking if we can stay healthy, we can survive the season and try to get home court advantage in the playoffs. So, and during the course of the year, both Karan and Antoine made the All-Star team, but Karan didn't play. Can't remember I think he had that camera injury was. I think it was his hip. Yeah, it was hip injury. And when he had the hip injury, we started to struggle. I think we went on like an 8-game losing streak, something like that. We were above 100 going to All-Star break. So then before he came back, we started to click. I'm like, can we can survive before he gets back? And then when he came back, that's when we started to gel again. I said, let's finish year strong before the playoffs start. And in April, that's when Gilbert came back. And I was like, team's back. Like, watch out, NBA. Watch out. And we made the playoffs again for the 4th straight season. And then, once again, for the 3rd year in a row, LeBron James. Which I said, 3rd time's a charm. I was like, we can beat them boys because they made a trade. They were a different team they were the past 2 years. Gilbert was back. Caron Butler was better. Jameson did what he does. And going into that series, I said, let's get these boys. Let's show the world we can beat them. Then remember, you lost the first 2 games in Cleveland, if I remember. And I'm like, please, we aren't going to step again. I remember in the second game, they beat us by 30 points. 30 points. I was so humiliated. And I think my dad called me. He said, I think y'all can get them back this time. And I'm like, y'all gonna smash them. I was like, I don't know about smashing, but I think we can win games 3 and 4, try to even the series up, going back to Cleveland. Then we're in game 3, we spanked them by 30 plus points. It was like 35, 36. I'm like, I did not expect this. And unfortunately, we lost game 4. But you remember Delonte West, the same spot, Damon Jones hit the shot. And I'm like, this kid how season now. I don't want to lose easily against them boys. Then going to game 5, I was like, put it on the line, boys. Like, let's win in Cleveland and get sent back to DC. Now they remember, I think we were down like 5 points with like a minute had to go. I'm like, this can't be a season. This can't be. And Caron Butler carried us back, hit the game-winning layup to send us back to DC for game 6. And I'm like, game 6, I said, we're gonna win game 6 and get game 7. And like get one, get us momentum for game 7. But unfortunately, we lost that game, and the season was over by the Cavaliers again.